Hi, welcome to this new channel that I started. This is the first video of this new channel. It wasn't meant to be, but this is going to be the first video because I bought some new gear that we're going to be showing today, and I'm having problems with it. As a matter of fact, I have to send it back. And what it is the Lewitt Connect 6 new interface that just recently came out. I've got the Lewitt mic. I love the Lewitt mic, but so I immediately bought the interface, and I'm having problems. It has problems. I've sent some videos into Lewitt support, and they've been able to recreate the problems, so there are problems. Now, I'm a Mac user. I have a Mac Studio system, so if you're a Windows person, I don't know if these problems persist on Windows or not. It might not. But it's definitely a problem if you're a Mac user, so you might want to keep watching this video if you're thinking about buying a Connect 6. Let me see here. First, let's take a look at it. Now, this is the Connect 6. I took this picture. It's got the, the two headphone inputs on the front, which that's one of the features I wanted because my other interface only had one. And then you've got the big knob. I'm not a super big fan of the big knob. Plus, when you click it, it does make quite a clicking sound that will probably get picked up on the microphone. When that controls your input 1, your input 2, your headphone 1, headphone 2, and so on. You got your 48 volt for using microphones like this. And then on the back, you've got your input 1, input 2 XLR. That's another reason why I bought this, because my other interface only has one XLR input. So this was going to give me some expansion there. And I've got two outputs, a left and right. And then I've got a mini jack left and right output. Another reason I bought this, so I'd have more outputs so I could hook up different speakers and so on. Then you've got the mobile phone input jack that could also be hooked to another computer. This is one of the other main reasons I bought this. So if I am doing a chat with someone on a phone that I want to bring into a video that I'm making like this, even if they're not sending me video, I can be recording the audio in while I'm talking to them, and it's got the loopback feature to prevent all the feedback from happening. Great feature. If it only worked great with everything. Then we've got the annex in, you could plug other items in. Another feature my other one doesn't have. Your power, so you can power this separately if you're going somewhere. And then you got the computer power in, which the computer can actually power it when it's plugged in. That's how it's running right now. And I am hooked into the Connect 6 right now, talking into the Lewitt microphone, and this is being recorded into OBS, and that's where the problem starts. We'll get into that in just a minute. Here we can see a picture of my Tascam unit that I have been using for over a year and a half now. I've had absolutely zero problems with this unit. It sounds great. There's no problems. I just am limited on inputs and outputs. I don't have a loop back and so on. So you can see the size there. The Connect 6 is not much bigger than it. And here you can see it. My hand, whole Connect 6 is not a whole lot bigger than my hand. So it's not that big. It's very light. And here I have it all hooked up the way it's configured right now. I'm plugged into the headphone output number 2, taking audio into the back into input 1. Now let's go and take a look at the interface. Okay, here's the Connect 6 interface. You've probably seen other videos. It's what's neat. It's got a mix A and a mix B, so you can send a mix A to channel A and then a mix B to channel B. That sounds great, but one of the problems I had was I was thinking about sending two signals to two cameras. And the reason I had to think about that, and actually I did it, is because there was, I can't send any audio from this unit into OBS or even into Logic to record anything or other programs. That's where the problem lies. But let's go through this real quick. You've got your DPS chip that's giving me the expander, the compressor, and the equalizer, and the maximizer. I'm using all that right now. So I'll turn them off. There's expander off, compressor off, equalizer off. Then the maximizer's on. If I turn the maximizer off, there's that off. So I'm going to turn the maximizer back on. The equalizer, I'm clipping a little bit, but then this brings it all back down to normal here when you turn it all back on. There's the equalizer on. there's the compressor back on, and then there's the expander back on. The expander works great to knock down noise in the background. I play keyboards, so sometimes I get some keyboard clicking noise, and this sounds like it's doing a really good job in my headphone. If I could only record that sound out to anything, that would be great. And then you could send mix A to A and so on, and you've got your speaker output. One interesting thing about this speaker output here, that if you don't use this mute button and you have powered speakers like I have, if you bring this all the way down to 0, which should be no sound coming through it, it still has sound coming through it, a small amount you can hear coming through your speakers. And if you got a hot mic on, it can start to record some of that. That's another little bug they have in there. And one other little bug in here, let's go into the expander. Let's see the preset window up here. It's showing nothing. So how do I know I have anything going on in there? I mean, I do. I have a preset running, but it doesn't show me what the preset in. I've never seen a program like this that doesn't allow me to see the preset that I'm using. We can go into the compressor, same problem. I have a preset that I'm using, but it doesn't show me and tell me what preset it is. In fact, sometimes when I first got this, I had to go back in there and keep turning it on and off to make sure it actually was working, because it doesn't show me that it's working. Same thing with the equalizer. And you see these graphs, that's not showing the lines. So that's another little bug. Sometimes I've got to go back in there and click on this to show me the lines. There we go. See the graph line? When I first went back in, it wasn't there. Now I'll go back out, back in. Look, it's gone again. Another bug. And also my preset saying what preset I'm using is not there. I'm looking at a monitor over here to the right, so I don't have a monitor set up yet for my system here over the camera. I actually have one sitting there, but I don't have it configured and plugged in yet. That'll be coming up in some other videos, or I'll just have that going. But the idea here is that you could send another device in, which you can, which I'll show you that. I'm going to use a program called Unify. If you never heard of Unify, if you play keyboards or instruments, this is a great, fantastic program. It allows you to stack multiple instruments on top of each other, so when you play a note, you're actually playing all the notes of all the instruments at once. But anyways, for an example, I could go into the settings here, and in Unify, you can see I'm set to the output to Connect 6, so I'm sending the sound from Unify into Connect 6, and I'm going to send it into output 3 plus 4. Okay, good. Do that. And then we'll close this for a second. And then you can see when I play, that's going. Right there, you can see it. Into the out 3 and 4, like it should. And I can hear that wonderful on my mic, on my headphones. Sounds great. But unfortunately, there's no way to take this sound that I'm putting into it out to be recorded. And I'll have to bring up a, show you the reason why here. Let me bring up some images. Okay, I grabbed some screen grabs of this to show. So you would go into OBS, go to your top audio input capture to create a new input. Now I created it 1/2 Connect 6 because that is one of the outputs on Connect 6 that I should be able to bring into OBS or Logic or anything that I want to record into. And then this is what you get. In your properties, you have just the word Connect 6. Okay, well, you don't have an option for the other items. The Connect 6 has 6 items. It has input 1, input 2, annex in, mobile in, 1/2, 2/3, and or 3/4, and 4/6 and 5/6. That's confusing. All those should be in this window that you're seeing on screen here, so I could pick any of those inputs to send in. So that means I have no way to send my keyboard sound into OBS to be recorded. I tried this in Logic Pro as well, and it's the same problem. There's no way to send sound into Logic Pro from like my desktop, or if you did have a cell phone connected and wanted to record that into Logic or any other software device that you have on your computer, there's no output signals coming out of the Connect 6 to go into anything. So we're kind of stuck there. Back to the interface. Yeah, we're kind of stuck. Let me see. I could show here. Like, here's my keyboard. We're going to play some. Now, this is all connected. This is going in. I have that Connect 6 input sent in to OBS. But when you do connect that, you only get audio input 1, which is this microphone. So here I'm playing. You can see in the Connect 6 interface, the sound is going in there. I can hear it through my headphones. But boy, what a surprise that was the first video I did when I realized I have no keyboard sound coming in, that I'm being recorded whatsoever. When I clicked on that Connect 6, I thought, well, maybe it's centered it all mixed together at once, since you could mix the sound in the Connect 6 software interface. But no, I got nothing, as you can see. It's playing in, but you can't play it out. So what I tried is other ideas. I tried to take the headphone 1 out of the front and plugged it into my top camera up top that shoots down onto my keyboards. Taking the sound out of that, and I shifted that to, like, I think it was mix B. And then for mix A, I took the mini jack out of the back, you can see that in the picture there, and plugged that into my camera here. This is a Nikon Z6 I'm shooting with. So I would get perfect in sync audio, lip sync and everything, and keyboard hand movements and everything to the camera up above. The camera up above is a Nikon Z50, by the way. That seemed like it was going to work great, because then I could take that and then use just that one Connect 6 output going into OBS. Or did I do it that way? No, I took then individual camera audio inputs with the camera feed into OBS, and that does work. It works really well. So then my idea was to plug into the headphone jack 2 and then be able to monitor both the A and B channels in the headphones, so I could hear myself playing and hear myself talking. So wonderful. So I go in and I go to the headphone and I say, okay, I'm going to go from mix A. I'm going to just put it on both mixes. And, oh, wait. What? There's no way to do that? I can either listen to mix A or I can listen to mix B, but I can't listen to both. Let me go back to the interface and I'll show you. I'm using Headphone Output 2 right now. Open that up. I can go to mix A, or I can go to mix B, or any of the other individual inputs, but I have absolutely no way to be able to hear the audio back from both items. That seemed kind of crazy to me. Now, this is a picture of my camera up above. So I could either choose to pick hearing myself talk or choose to pick hearing myself play the keyboards. Now, I really need to hear the keyboards because I'm using synthesizer sounds and other mixes mixed in. And then when I change settings, I got to make sure I'm hearing the right setting and so on. But I do want to hear myself too. So it kind of defeats the purpose of having this unit if you can't use it for that purpose, or particularly any purpose. So anyways, I'm sending it back, of course, because I can't use it like this. And I've got another unit coming in. Let me see what I'm getting here. I ordered a Audient, I think it's called an Audient ID14 USB-C. I read a lot of reviews on that. Seems like that's going to be really good. It does have the inputs to go, or the outputs to go into the inputs of OBS. It has 2 headphone jacks. It has 4 outputs on the back. The only thing it doesn't have is the DSP chip in it. Now, speaking of the DSP chip in the Connect 6, I do like that. I think it's a good feature, but in reality, with my Mac computer being so powerful, I have no problem doing any of those effects with VST plugins. It's no big deal. So if you have a slow computer, this could probably help you out a little bit to have it all built into the chip on board, so you don't have to tax your computer a little bit. And I thought it would still be a good idea to have this. So it is there. I could set my voice up a little bit on there. But in reality, I would want to set my voice up even a little bit more. Another program that I'm using, let me bring that in if that'll load in there in the window. This is called Caster. If you have a Mac, you really need to get this program Caster. It's from a company called Ginger Audio. And this allows you to set up any program in your Mac to run individually, so you can control the volumes of them. You know, like here, this would be my desktop audio. Here I've got it set up for Safari. I was trying to set it up for OBS to give me an output, because like my intro music and stuff, I can't even hear it, didn't even know it was playing, the way this is set up and not working right. And you could stream straight into OBS by turning on a feature in here where is it? Right here, Direct to. You click on that. Now that will show up. That's what turns on the outputs. And now that will make that channel show up in OBS or other programs or any other program that you're recording to. And you could do a stream out headphone mix or just a regular headphone mix. And then you have outputs. I was trying to send it back into Connect 60 here, but that didn't even work either. But this program has allowed me to do some things, at least. Okay, so let me go back to my main screen here. I'm doing all this as one take, by the way. So I think I might have to cut one little thing out. So this is all being done in one take. All these box transitions are things that I set up in advance. Oops, sorry. Wrong button. So I can switch from these different boxes. I am chroma keyed in the background up there. And I'm using the Blackmagic Pro box called the Ultimate HD Mini for the chroma key. It's a very, very good chroma keyer. And I'm chroma keying myself first. So I'm being keyed first before I'm going into OBS. So I'm not using any of the OBS chroma key. This works much better. And I have absolutely no lighting on that background behind me right now. It's that amazing. You just turn it on and it finds the key for you and automatically sets it. And then I could switch between any of these boxes. This is all set up in OBS. And there's my keyboard. So anyways, that's it for this first video, and I hope this was providing you a little bit of information. Please like and share and subscribe to this channel, because I've got a lot more information coming up. Lots of plugin reviews. I play music, so I'm going to be reviewing a lot of plugins. I'm going to be actually creating music while I'm recording the video. For a living, I am a professional photographer, have been for a very long time. I make my living shooting weddings and family portraits, high school senior pictures, all that. I am fully invested in the Nikon Z system. I've been a Nikon photographer for a long time. I shot Canon a long time ago as well, going back to even film days. I've been doing this that long. So we shoot on average about 130 to 140 jobs a year. We're going into this time of year now. Going into November, things are slowing down now. We do get to take a couple months off. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'm going to be talking about camera gear, talking about lenses. We might go out shooting at times. Then for the music, I also, oh, another thing I forgot about is, like, if you want to play your guitar and plug it into the Connect 6, the Connect 6 inputs do not have a high Z plug. So you would need to then go out and buy a high Z direct box, the direct box that has high Z input into it, to then transfer it to send into your Connect 6. Another thing I just really wasn't happy about. I didn't realize that when I first bought it. So I'm going to be playing guitar some too. I also play bass. Used to play bass in bands before I got into photography. And then video production. I ran a video production company for quite a few years. We produced multiple different TV shows, regional shows, and some little bit spread out more than regional. So I've live switched shows. I've edited endless hours of TV shows with graphics. I've created all the graphics. And we also did wedding videos, promotional videos, and lots of TV commercials. We used to actually buy our own airtime and make our own TV shows and sell our own commercials. That was fun. But I also been doing website design since the internet came out, and SEO. So I do all my own sites. So we'll get into a little bit of that and have fun with the channel. And I hope to see you all and come back and see me again. Let's see if my outro worked, which is the same thing as the intro. I hope this audio plays because I can't actually hear it going through the device that's not working right. See you later.